Oh, I did want to, we're talking about, streams as, like, a space where you wanna make sure you're comfortable, like, you know your limits.
Mhm.
I would say, yeah, that's very important. Recognizing that it's your stream and you can kind of set the limits there and make sure it's a place that's comfortable both for you and for chat is pretty important. And that seems to like super common sense, but it can take a while to figure out like exactly where your boundaries are. I know early on a lot of my current boundaries are set by someone doing something and I'm like, "Oh, there it is. There's the line. You're over it. Take a step back there, sir."
Yeah, and it's super fun. I was actually chatting with another VTuber the other day, and they brought up something that I didn't even think about, which was remember that sometimes, unfortunately, you have to realize that the situation was your fault because you didn't put boundaries in place. Like sometimes you have to, you could, it's super easy to be just like, well, that viewer was, a jackass. He came in here doing this. And it's just like, well, did I make sure that people knew that wasn't okay? Like, was that anywhere for people to easily get access to? That weird little moment where you're just like, ah, crap. Now I have to look inwards and have to do some self-reflection.
Even now, I actually need to clarify my rules quite a bit.
True.
I'm very fortunate in that I have a stable like chat who tends to set the tone and people tend to abide by the tone that's set. But I run a fairly not quite family friendly, like roughly PG-13 channel. But then I stream things like the Callisto Protocol. So if you were to come into my stream, it wouldn't be readily apparent that I might be slightly disappointed in you if you like are being vulgar or
Yeah.
like trying to do swears and my auto mod is just blocking all of your messages. A minor tangent. This is really hard. It's still hard for me, but it was like unthinkable early on. Ban people who are being bird farts in your chat. Just ban them. You don't want them. And I know if you're sitting at like two viewers, you're like, what do you mean? I want that view. No, you don't, because other people are gonna come in and they're gonna see that person farting up the chat and they're gonna be like, nope, I'm out.
But, there's also, like you said, like there are people that are going to come in and mentioning again the one streamer that I was chatting with, he brought up a really good point. It's just like, if somebody does some crap in your chat that you're not okay with, call them out. Mostly because it's good so that everyone else knows that that's not a line, but also you will see what kind of person they are based on how they respond to that. If they leave, they're probably not coming back. If they say, okay, that's my bad, they're probably a decent person who just didn't know where the boundaries were. But if they go, heck you piece of blah, 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 you're just like, all right, Ben, I figured out who you are immediately.
Great, bye.
At the end of the day, it's your stream. If they're coming in and making you uncomfortable, get rid of them. Because if you're,
Yeah.
there's nothing worse than starting a stream, seeing a name in the chat pop up and going,
Not this again.
yeah, like, oh shit, no. Execute them. Send them to the Shadow Realm.